Good morning, it's Barbara. I think I might be taking some advice that you guys gave me yesterday and sketching this top of this area and then cleaning it up. Maybe that will help me. Here's our gizmo. It's in the picture too. It's wet and rainy outside. I don't know if it's going to rain today or not. But as you can see, could use a little straightening up. Now we have a lily that is normally in the corner there, but it's outside getting rained on and having a good time out in the weather. So my idea was to take your advice, sketch this, and then change it. Wouldn't that be neat if I did that? Good morning. Thank you for joining me for coffee. I'm Barbara. Aura's home. Yesterday it took several hours to make that happen on the phone. She called a couple times. I'm still here. The only thing they were waiting for is she was supposed to have an MRI, so that they could see, what actually happened in her brain. And they couldn't coordinate between the cardiologists because she has a pacemaker, and they need to know the settings, and I'm not sure exactly what the problem was. All I know is they weren't talking well. So I was on the phone trying to move things along because Aura was going crazy, and if she had to stay overnight another night, she was, I think, going to pull her hair out. So I think I was key in getting her sprung from the hospital. I was not successful in getting the coordinating happening, and so she did not have her MRI before she left. But she can get an MRI as an outpatient, and she was not staying in that hospital one more night. She would have gone insane. Anyway, she's home. So, but we still couldn't pick her up till, Dennis picked her up at 4:45 because they were farting around trying to get this MRI scheduled. Anyway, I finally convinced them that they had to let her go. I'm sure she was helping convince them too. So she's all home. Kim came late-ish last night and to stay with her overnight. I don't know how long she's going to be there today, but she seems pretty good. She's kind of back to her old self. They've adjusted some meds, and did some things, but she has bounced back completely from the TIA. So that is good, and she's very glad to be home. And her cat was very glad to have her home. We were kind of taking bets. Was he gonna run out the door first because he'd been stuck at home the whole time, or was he gonna jump on her lap? Well, I got there earlier because I went and made the bed and stuff. So I opened the door to let him out. He wasn't that interested. He wanted cuddles and things like that. So by the time she got there, he was on her chair waiting. And I think he was on her lap for not even 5 minutes, and then he's out the door. He's like, okay, good, she's home, I'm leaving. But all is well, so we will coordinate with Kim today and see if she needs anything, or if Aura needs anything, and play it by ear. But she's home and happy to be home, and good. It's all good. Meanwhile, that's what I did yesterday. I did Aura. I Aura'd yesterday. We came back, in the evening. She was home alone for a couple of hours between us leaving and Kim coming. But, I started a book, but I couldn't, I just couldn't get into it. And I've started watching these random weirdo videos on YouTube on my phone. And once you go down that rabbit hole, there are so many. I've been watching Britain's Got Talent, just, the highlight ones that they show for 5 minutes. I've seen several of those. Most of them old. I'm fascinated, and this is gross, and I'm sorry, fascinated by these videos of podiatrists fixing ingrown toenails. Now, if you aren't one of those people who likes the videos of them like popping pimples and things, you might not like the toenail ones, but you know, I mean, there are millions of views on these videos. I'm not the only one. And there are a lot of videos I've discovered, I guess because toenails and, you know, I don't know. Now I'm being shown videos of cow hooves and horse hooves and donkey hooves being fixed. So I have a feet thing going. And that's fascinating too, what they're doing with, you know, animals. Anyway, and then I'm watching the odd art video, but I'm just sitting there on my phone going through these weirdo little videos. So apparently my mind isn't settling on anything, but I've gotten a little bit outside my own head in the last couple days because we've been doing aura pretty intensively, and so that's the silver lining. So we'll see how I do. We'll see how I do with drawing that mess and then cleaning it up. But, you know, it's a hard one to pick because I've picked, those piles are on there because I've gone down the stairs and said, oh, I think I might want to read this. And our bookshelves downstairs are a disastrous mess. You know, and our house, whole house is a little bit like those puzzles where you move a piece and then you have to move a piece and then you have to move a piece, and you know, you end up going, you use your thumbs if you can't tell, and eventually you have a picture. Well, I'm at the beginning of that where everything, nothing is where it's supposed to be, but I can't get to anything because, like, what am I going to do with the books? Now, literally, they're sitting on a bookshelf. So, in theory, who knows? Anyway. And the irony is that bookshelf was cleared off completely, I'm going to say 4 or 5 years ago now, when we painted in here. And we put all the stuff that was in there in bins in Dennis's office. Most of the stuff we took off those are still in those bins in Dennis's office. So this is all new stuff that some of it we've pulled out of the bins, like the movies. I have DVDs on this shelf. But some, you know, so I still have bins in the office of stuff that used to be on that bookshelf. So anyway, I'm going to take a stab at it. I'm not saying it's going to look like House Beautiful. Is that even still a magazine? But I'm going to make a start on it. And, yeah. I hope. And I hope I sketch it. But I don't know if I will, because I'm going to sit here reading my phone for a while. And who knows what will happen after that. Yeah. Anyway. But it's a good idea. We'll see how it goes. I have another little scenario right here. Maybe I'll just do this, because it's not nearly as extensive. We'll see. And I can sit here without getting up, which is a big plus. That's where I am, folks. Anyway, or as well. And we're going to take it easy today. That's our plan. So, I don't know what that means, but we will find out tomorrow. Meanwhile, please take good care of yourselves. Please, please stay safe and stay sane.